We're going to be breaking down Last Night by Morgan Wallen in Atomic City. So today we're going to start with Last Night. Um, and I like to do this sometimes. I haven't played this for 2 days, and it's fun to approach a song like you haven't started learning it before. And I did this in a lesson today where I'm like, hey, it's been a week. Let's play this like we've never played this part before, just to walk through it again and see if we missed something. It's like watching a movie again. So in the beginning, we're making the top of a C chord, right? If we strum everything, it'd be like a C major 7. And then we're just picking, so we got this 3rd fret, 2nd fret, and then that open string, which is kind of ideal in the whole song. If I remember correctly, it's actually played on acoustic, but I don't have everything set up for acoustic right now, so I just want to get this done. And it's tuned down a half step, so instead of standard tuning, it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. If you need help with that, let me know. All right, so it's going to go. So we're going 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 5th. So actually, I want to spend some time at a slow tempo. The song's actually 102 BPM, but we're going to play it at 42. And 1 E and E, 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and okay, that tempo, that's pretty easy to play. If you're newer to guitar, this string skip might need some more time. Best thing you can do is just sit there, stare at it for a bit, teach yourself the space you have to go to, right? The distance. And then you just put it back together. I think so often when we want to learn a riff, we try to practice the whole riff over and over again, whether that be a measure, 2 measures long, and we just do it, we do it, we do it, and we don't actually get better every time. We're not learning anything, we're just doing it. So ask questions like, is that smooth? Okay, that sounds smooth. Is my string skip good? Yeah, okay. Well, what about when I go to the next chord? Great thing is it's the same exact pattern, same idea. So let's do that with a metronome. 1 E. I just did a bunch of 16th notes, so that's why I'm in that 16th note idea mindset. 1 and 2 and or 3 and 4 and. Okay, now that I'm feeling good about that, I'm going to put those two together. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Rush that one. 4 and 1 and 2 and. You know, and if I could get a student to do that in a lesson where you could just sit there and play that. It's after you learn the part, you can add more to it. And by add more, I mean like I can think about relaxing my hand, not being so tense while I'm playing. You know, can I change the pressure that I'm putting on the strings? I can if I know the part. You know, can I use this part to improve my guitar playing? That's the question. That's what I'm looking for. next set of measures. I guess next measure. So we're changing our pattern from this. It's kind of going to that. Which, yeah. It is walking down again, 7, 5, open. So we always have that, right? Very cool. I like it, having that bass to go to. All right, so that 7/9 is a grace note slide. So it's going 1 and 2 end, 1 and 2 end, 1 and 2 end, and we're sliding on the next downbeat on 3. So it's 1 and 2, 3, up and 3, and we'd only hit once. It'd be and 3 and 3, and I know my timing is going to be problematic on that, and I'm going to have to work on this. So I'm just going to work on 1 and 2 end and ignore that 3, 4. I'm going to actually highlight the whole measure. One and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. That's something I shouldn't have tried to do. And 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Gotta not. I have to play it right, which is a problem. I'm doing that thing what I just said was gonna try not to do. Just work on one part. But I hear that click and I want to go to that 7, but you can see like sometimes I want to play it as the next note, or right? 1 and 2 and. It's hard to not want to count this 7 as the down as the offbeat. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. 3. I'm gonna try to do that. 1 and 2 and 3. And 3 is what it would sound like. I'm guessing. 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2, 9. So what I'm gonna do is just go 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So you can hear how much I'm rushing that 9. And again, it's just that fact that that slide is enough to, the grace note slide is enough to throw me off, that I have to rethink and recalibrate everything. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that next click should be and 4 and. Should be 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try to fix that in a minute. So I'm going to play that 7 as if I didn't just slide to it. And 3 and 4 and 4 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So let's count that out. because I'm not getting it as you can hear. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Exactly what I was talking about in my last video. 3 and 4 and finding out that space, right? Now that I have to put that 3 and 4 and. I don't know what fingers I'm going to use because I don't know how I'm going to get there yet. 3 and 4 and that offbeat is really the biggest issue. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and the fact that essentially you're going from an offbeat. I didn't play it right. Thomas, you're like 10 minutes late, 11 minutes late, which isn't bad at all. So just probably start from the beginning and you're going to get everything covered. All right, so let's try to do that 3 and 4 and again. Again, kind of a weird breakup of the measure. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 4 and just that slide. 3 and 4 and 3 Offbeat stuff at slow tempos are hard for me. Actually, offbeat stuff at regular tempos are hard for me. 1 and 2 and 3. So that's the beat that I really have to work on. All right, so Thomas, I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown of this because it's going to help me as well. So hopefully you already have this part down. The 3, 2, 0, 3, which is played on strings 5, 4, 3, 5. Moving up to the 5, 4, 0, 5. Same strings. So then when we get to that E minor chord, it's 7 on the 5th string, 5 on the 4th, open on the 3rd. And I would just really make sure that string's in tune, which I think it is. Really make sure you got that down. And again, okay, so I can play that now well without a metronome. The minute I put the metronome to it, you can hear that I'm not playing it well. I can play the idea of it. I want to be able to play the idea of it with metronome, though. So that's kind of my goal with this. So, all right, so 7, 5, 3rd string you hit open. You do the 7 to 9 grace note slide. And then that 5, 4 slide. Well, that's why we're working on this. Okay, so I'm going to break it down a little slower. So open on the 3rd. I'm going to use my 3rd finger, and I'm going to hit the 7th fret and slide up to 9. So it's open, slide, open, slide. And this is where I'm struggling with the rhythm, Thomas. So, you know, as you get the part down, I'll get the rhythm down. Open, slide, slide. Okay, and then I'm going to use my 2nd finger and hit 5, slide to 4. Same string, third string, and then 5 on the 4th string. So if I count that, I'll see if I mess it up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So I can count it. That's better than I could do when we started. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now I dare bet if I put a metronome on, I'm still not going to be able to play it. So let's do it a couple times without metronome and knowing that my rhythm's not perfect on it. You know, one thing I notice is, like, as soon as I hit that 0, I want to rush to that 7 to 9. Right? 1 and 2, slide. 1 and 2, slide. 1 and 2. So, like I said in a previous video, is giving yourself space. Let's count that out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... I felt good on the timing, sloppy on the execution. Sloppier. That seems like it's the most natural fingering. Maybe. We'll find out. See, I kind of fall apart as soon as I have to get back because I'm changing my fingering. That's probably what I want to do. Before the slide, you go up again. 7, 5, 0, slide. It's a grace note slide from 7 to 9. Slide back to 7. So you got, right? You go up, back down, and then on the 3rd string, you got 5 to 4, 5. I'm gonna try this with metronome and see. I know I'm gonna want to rush. I'm gonna try not to rush. 1 and 2 and 3. See? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So I'm starting to hear, other than that really landing on every wrong fret that I possibly could, starting to hear where that timing is. You know, right? It's on that offbeat 1 and 2, but you know, my brain wants to rush that. Dun, dun, dun. I'm nervous to get there. I'm nervous to be ready to do it. 1 and 1 and 1 and. That 1 and is no different than 1 and 1. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. It might actually be played. After the slide, what strings I'm playing? After the slide, I'm staying on the 3rd string, 7 to 9, back to 7, all on the 3rd string, and then I'm going still on the 3rd string, 5 to 4, and then on the 4th string, 5th fret is the last note I'm playing. So just the slide. Okay. So I'm going to count that out, that E minor measure, a couple more times because I think I'm close to kind of comprehending all of it. Only took me about an hour. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and 4, and now. I wonder how close that is to the tempo I'm doing. 1 and 2. So much slower. Again, kind of something I said before. I want to be able to play this slow and really understand what I'm playing. I just got to get that counting in my head. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah. So for this part that I'm playing right now, Thomas, it's all on the third. I mean, it is. All the slides are on the third string, and then the last note is on the fourth. It's fun to play that. Yeah, I think a lot of it. Play the idea right. Is the fact that all my slides are on that off beat. And so knowing that I like to rush period. And then, I have to hold my own space when the metronome is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and gonna not be too picky about some of my fret work sounding like crap. That can come as I get more comfortable with the part and not so focused on the rhythm. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And it's kind of fun to hit those off beats, right? On the metronome, just really kind of getting that groove down, making sure your timing's exact. Like, I enjoy that stuff. Am I good at it? No. Is that why I'm doing these? Probably one of the big reasons. 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Did I fall apart? Yeah. And 2 and 3 and 4 and... I'm ending on the 5th fret, bro. So I wanted to make sure I was ending the phrase. I mean, not great. None of this has been great, right? Got to make sure I can get back to that next starting chord. I like that movement. I mean, it's simple. C, D. All right, we're going to do a couple more. One and two and three and four and two and three and four and one 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 and two and three and four and I'm counting because I'm counting because I heard myself ending that 079 or 0797 too early. I'm rushing into that and. So I'm going to count it until I don't have to, until I know I'm not going to rush that. And this is good practice. So it's almost what I called garbage time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and oh, so close. So close. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bad. But I'm digging the part. I'm getting in the groove. I like to work on a song. I mean, I like to work stuff to death, and that's a problem of mine too. You're getting ingrained with one idea, not multiple ideas. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to move on. I'm going to pick it up, hopefully tomorrow, if not Saturday, and do this from 42 and just push this tempo up higher and higher. It's really a song I want to do for open mic night. I think it'd be a fun one. I know a lot of people really enjoy this song. But I feel like I've kind of got the good idea of it, and I could keep on doing it probably for another hour. But I don't know if the gains will be there, where it might be just the time to move to a new idea. So we're gonna go back to Atomic City, and I know I've been terrible at this part. So same thing. I'm hoping that my 3 days of practice on this has helped me get better. Switch back to standard tuning. Just double check this a minute. Again, all this music is on our website. You can buy the sheet music, learn along with it. You can watch the videos, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. So I can do this every single day. That would be the goal. I'll teach you songs every single day. You guys request what you want to learn, and I don't have to go to my regular job. Everyone wins. All right. So speaking of winning, I'm not happy with how little I progressed on this part. And because I have nothing else going on tonight, we're going to slow everything down and figure out why I am terrible at this. I have some guesses, but okay. So first things first, he's playing this. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna do the same thing I just did on the last song. I'm gonna pretend I haven't learned this yet, so it would be really helpful for me. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, just quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Now that next beat is going to be swung, and that's kind of even why I'm choosing to play I have a great camera angle. Oh, that works. You can see my pick is between my thumb and first finger. And my middle finger is hitting that second string. And then on that 0-7, they're going to do it together. So it's kind of a hybrid. I have to think about the swing. 1, 1, 2, 3, end. 1, 2, 3, end. Right now I'm worried about playing the part. Probably going to play it like that. 1, 2, 3, end. Okay. Feel good about that. Next chord is the C. So it's an offbeat and it'd actually be that. So that throws me off because I have to go back to that third string. And then that's hybrid picking again. I'm doing that fourth string, second string. So there's not much going on in the C chord, right? C chord's just going, kind of setting me up for that F though. So if I don't have my fingers in the right place, I can't play that next little progression. I've talked about this already, but just because everything's kind of the offbeat, it's hard for me to practice and put them into a phrase. So we're going to ignore that and just get one measure done at a time and see if I can build this thing and not be terrible at it live. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 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 okay. Feeling good about that. And so I wonder if I can go from 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and I know I've had problems doing that before. We'll see what happens. Maybe all the way to there. Yep. Okay. Let's just try that out again. So I'm ignoring. Oh, I did not get them all highlighted. So it'd be 3, 4, and. So that's not hard for me. It's actually hard for me to move from and hit that, which I just did. Probably because I played this once before, right? I'm still going to try to practice it the way that I just said. So that and. Okay, I got an idea to simulate the idea of that movement. I'm just going to go, every time I'm done, I'm going to go and pick it up. And pick it up. All right. It's going to be fun to count those. And 4 and 1. 3, 4 and 1 and 3. And 1 and 2. Okay, I'm feeling good about that now, finally. So I'm going to try to just put that all together from the A. Now I'm going to give myself 2 full measures of a loop. Then I have time to recover and get back to the A. I'm not going to worry about that F yet. 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Now, one thing I want to check. That's great, but I really need to be playing the chord like this. Okay? Doing this, which makes sense, is a C bar chord, right? Or 5 chord. The problem is I want to make sure that I land on this chord. So I can then go like this. All right, so I got to make sure, let's fix that in a minute. So it's more like that. Let's see, I'm playing. Yep. More often than not, I'm ending up with a pinky there. Just takes me a second longer to think about that. Oops, not how I want to play that. One, 2, 3, and 4, and. So really, I just got to make sure I'm ending up with third finger on the 3rd string. Okay, let's try to do those 2 measures again like that. One, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, feeling pretty good about that. A little rushed, so I could slow it down, but I want to keep going. So after that, yeah. So it's got to be 4th. That's middle finger, pick, middle finger. So I can walk through that a minute and keep it mildly in time. Could mildly play it. So I can't mildly play it. I can't mildly keep it in time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. All right, wish me luck. Let's just try it at 60. There's no reason to play it poorly at 70 when I can play it poorly at 60. And 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So if the swing goes away, it goes away. Can add it back in when I get more comfortable. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. All my mental concentration to play that. Nah, that's my point though. By doing it with metronome and not doing it well, it helps me understand it. So the minute I go without the metronome, that is not a great example. All of a sudden it's starting to sound like the song and I can bring it back into time, in time. What I love for myself is I know the next 2 measures are playing off a similar idea, a similar pattern. All right, so I'm going to spend a couple more minutes on this to get to the point where I'm not overthinking as I'm playing and just actually playing it. 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, Just making sure I'm landing on the right notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and... So as I was doing the first time or second time. Gotta make sure I get to the right string set there. Not getting it. And that's okay. You know, I'm just trying to fill it out with my fingers and get it to the place where I can have it enough in my hands that when I tackle it the next time, I'm not starting from scratch, which I felt like I did a little bit tonight, but it didn't hurt. All right, so let's look at what's happening on the next two chords, next two measures. It's very similar to what happened with the A, but now we're doing it on a D chord. So it's 1, 2, 3 now becomes our hybrid picking one. So 1, 5th string, 3rd string, 5th and 2nd, and then bringing that 7th back again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I got to figure out the next chord. And kind of like how John said, let ring per discretion. He's probably going, and then back to that. All right, so let's do just the D measure. Get that idea down. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. So for some reason, probably because the first measure doesn't do it on 3, it does it on the offbeat, the end of 3. 1, 2, 3, and it's just something I have to think about. 2, 3 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then it's the and 4, and 1 and. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. So I'm going to do that like I did before, just highlight both measures. Only worry about the D to the F chord. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. When you try too much, that's what happens. You fail. So that G chord is probably going to be that. Yeah, those are the right notes. So there'd be 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so because I'm pretty much out of time, and by that I mean energy, I'm running out of gas. But I want to get this idea down, so I'm just gonna do. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. Now without the track, because you can hear I'm messing up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 4 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 and it's called my giving up song. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all right, good enough. Like I said, I'm running out of gas, so it's not gonna get any better. It's a very bad, rough idea of it, but I will continue to work on it. I'll improve it. I'm digging the tune, though. The more you play something, the more you learn to like it. So my first kind of idea of the song, or first couple listens through, I wasn't a big fan. Now, that's not saying I'm a big fan of everything that's going on in the song. I don't love the lyrics yet, but maybe they'll grow on me. All right, check it out. Everything's on our website. You guys have a great night. Thomas, thank you for being our #1 fan. Peace.